Yeah. That's way too strong. Now I think. Hmm. I think I'd rather go with the neutral like this one. Okay, so I think they're going to announce the results soon. So we can kind of start talking. Okay, so first off, I have a list. Okay, you can't see it. This is the worst. I'm sorry. Welcome to my shitty webcam. Okay, here you can see it now. So I got Finland, Croatia, Czechia, Moldova, Israel, Sweden, Portugal, Norway, Malta, and Serbia. And basically, starting from this place, like the first seven, I'm pretty certain of. The rest of them, I'm really, really not sure. I'm really, really shaky on the last three. I mean, Norway, she was super off key. It was not a good performance. Like, she was so nervous. And, I can understand because she went first also, and she's a very young performer. So, and I had the sense of like, even listening to the studio version, it just didn't sound like the vocals were all that confident. It really feels like this is a song that's literally on the edge, or the outer edge of her limits as a vocalist. So it either, so it has to go perfect for her to get it right. And if it doesn't go perfect, it all falls apart. And I feel like this is how it is for Norway. Because, for instance, when it comes to Israel, Noah Kirel, I'm not a fan of hers, but I, like from the very beginning when I heard the song, I thought that this is a song that she was going to perform well. She sounded very confident on the studio version, and then live on the stage, yeah, she was like super. She really sang kind of effortlessly. She seemed like super at ease, and I feel like that song was well within her range, so it wasn't challenging her, pushing her too much. Whereas I felt that like Queen of the Kings was very challenging, was almost like out of the comfort zone for Alessandra. So if you aim high, you kind of you fall hard. And but having said that, I still think that the song is strong enough that it's going to make it into the final. And let's remember, it's not a singing contest, it's a song contest, right? So I think she's going to pull it off. Malta, I'm not sure about, but I thought that their song was fun, and like and it had a nice vibe. I thought that the performance on the stage was cool. They have the saxophone. How can you lose if you have a saxophone in your song? That's impossible, right? So yeah, I think that it should be fine. But I'm not sure, really. Honestly, I could also imagine maybe Latvia advancing. I see. I have a problem with songs like this because it's not my kind of thing. But their performance was really good. So if people actually like this type of genre, then they might be able to get in as well. Ireland, I thought that the vocals were not as good as the national selection, but the performance was entertaining. He had great energy on the stage. So again, hard for me to imagine, also because his outfit freaking terrible. Like, I do appreciate the sequence. I love sequence. I hate rhinestones, but I love sequence. So I think that, so that's good, but you still need something to that outfit more than just the sequence. Like you would need maybe some sort of lines to create some sort of a, silhouette shape, something to draw the eye. And I just thought that his outfit was terrible. But the performance was not bad. I still don't think it's a great song. I still think it's pretty forgettable. So I don't think Ireland will make it. But who knows? And Switzerland, again, maybe, like the performance was really, really good. He was probably the best male vocalist out there tonight. So, it's a ballad, so it doesn't appear so strong next to the other songs. But again, I think that he could pull it off. I don't have a lot of belief in that song, but it's a nice one. So I can see him getting in. Azerbaijan, I don't think so. But then again, this is not my genre. And people actually do like young boys with guitars. So I can see them getting in as well. Uh, the only country that I think is definitely not qualifying is the Netherlands. But I could be wrong about that too. But yeah, no, I just not this year. Not this year. The vocals were still pretty bad. A lot of people were complaining about their vocals at the pre-parties, and I don't remember if I have seen any of the previous performances, but definitely tonight the vocals were not great, and the song is a bit forgettable. When I was watching it, I was thinking, oh, it's not bad, but then it's like you immediately forget about it. So I think that they're not qualifying. But honestly, when it comes to the last two places, I really don't know. Let's see. Oh, like I can't get over the costume. Lady Banshee. You're right. Yeah. I mean, what they were thinking. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, I was like I said, in my first place is Finland, because I think that, yeah, I mean, yeah, which by the way, the vocals were also a bit off key at times, but also it's the kind of song where the vocals don't matter as much. You could butcher it and it wouldn't have mattered. Whereas, for instance, when it comes to Queen of the Kings, the vocals are the essential part of the song. Like they have so much power comes from the vocals that if you butcher it, it's then it's tough. Finland, I think that the song itself like is such that you could sing in like whatever style, or you might not be perfect, and it doesn't really impact the song. Croatia, I think that they are just so different, stand out so much that they're for sure qualifying. And, it's the kind of song that also a lot of people were just vote for laughs. So I think they're definitely getting in. Czechia, I was really surprised, but they rocked it. I think that was a very good performance. I really loved the staging. The choreography was beautiful. I love that it was all pink, like very girly, but also with, contrasted with white and black. Yeah, I thought it was very impactful. The singing was good, like a lot of people were complaining about their vocals at the pre-parties. I think that they really managed to improve, because, and which was also predictable, because they have more rehearsals on this stage. They do a lot of sound checks, so I was expecting that most people are going to improve vocally. And yeah, I thought that Czechia sounded really good, and I thought it was a really cool performance. So yeah, I mean, they really sold it to me. Like, I was not that into the song before, but I gotta say, it was really, really cool. Then we have Moldova, because I love Moldova, of course, and I think that they also had a really cool performance. I really like the choreography with the fact how synchronized they were with those backing vocalists with their crazy hairstyles, that they would align them so that it would look like his crown. I mean, that was a nice touch. That was a nice touch. I appreciate how accurately, how precisely that was done. It was very energetic performance. I thought it was really cool. Israel, obviously, as much as I dislike Nokrel, you got to give it to her. She's a pro. She went out there and did her job. She nailed the vocals. She nailed the choreography. So I was a bit surprised that for the short fragment, They chose the part at the end where she's not singing much, so they weren't actually kind of stressing or accentuating her vocals, but they were accentuating her dancing. I personally wouldn't have made that choice, but I mean, but like I get it. That the ending is a bit catchy. I don't find it particularly original or fresh. I talked about it in my last video, but sure, it looks cool, and yeah, it's like again, I think most people would enjoy this. The ending of the song, the finish. Sweden, obviously, duh. um, the vocals weren't perfect, but they were good enough. I would say that when I was hearing Loreen, it felt like I could hear the pain in her throat a bit when she was belting. It didn't feel like super, super like confident and effortless, but it was good enough, I think, and the staging was exactly the same as in Melody Festivalen, but hey, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And I thought that, from the very beginning, I thought the staging was really cool. It was a cool idea, and I think it looked great. Her outfit's great. I mean, her hair kind of looks not great, like especially the endings really look like a dead rat or something. But other than that, her overall like outfit looks really cool. The nails look super cool. So, good job there. Portugal, again, I wasn't sold on that song before, but I think that especially because this performance came after it came basically after the early ones that were not a little bit shaky, so it really stood out. Like she was the first solo singer that really actually nailed the vocals, so and it stands out from the rest in terms of style, I think. So I'm pretty confident she's gonna make it. Now, yeah, I talked about Norway and Malta before. Serbia is the last one on my list. And this one, I'm really, really unsure about that one. I thought before that they were a certain qualifier. So it was pretty shocking to me that, yeah, I mean, the vocals were just not really good. Right, Shlepotek, you agree with me? Um, yeah, I mean, either the mix was just bad because you could barely hear him. So, like I said, it's either his fault, like that he wasn't singing loud enough, he wasn't like confident enough, or it was just a bad mix, like yeah, just not great. I mean, I think that the song is cool enough that they might pull it off, but I can also see them not qualifying, as shocking as that is. That's why I'm saying I could see when it comes to the rest of them, I could see almost any one of them qualifying instead of Serbia or instead of Malta. Those two I am least certain about. But we'll see. Maybe we're going to have some shocking results. We'll see. Oh yeah, now we're seeing the short snippets of the big five songs. Yeah, Lazara. It looks very much like her video, which is not the route that I would have taken, honestly. That's a very constricting outfit. And I think, yeah, no, I would have gone a different way if I were her. Okay, now it's going to be Germany, I think. So we got to watch that. Chris looks so cool, honestly, here. Like, he looks kind of cute with the red crosses on his chest. Ah, I just love it. Like, I talked about it, I think, in that video also where I was reacting to Germany, that it's just such a weird thing for me that people think that, metal heads or metal artists are like, I don't know, aggressive or hostile, whatever. I think that, yeah, they're usually sweethearts. It's not surprising at all. But I guess if you're not familiar with the culture, with the community, then you might not know that. Oh, Germany. Okay, Italy. Okay, actually, we should be taking bets on who's going to get the least points from the audiences. And this year, it has to be one of the big five because all the the songs that qualify for the grand final are all decided by televote. So it's not likely that there's going to be a song from the semifinals that gets like 0 points or like very few points from the audiences, I think. So out of the big five plus Ukraine, I think the song that's going to get the least votes is Italy. I think so. Like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Spain 2 years ago. You know, like a ballad, but kind of a forgettable ballad, like nice and everything, but just nothing exciting. So we'll see. But that's my prediction. I'm not going to make a lot of predictions because last year I made some predictions. You can still see the shorts if you want and see how wrong I was. So I'm not going to make a lot of predictions because I know it's not a good idea for me to do that. Yeah, even like the staging even looks a little bit like Blas Canto. I mean, I can't. And I think he's going to share his fate. Of course, anything can happen in the grand final. There's going to be 26 songs. So it's possible that even though a song advanced, especially from the second semifinal, which I think we can all agree is the weaker semifinal, clearly this year. I mean, we could be shocked to see that it would be actually really great. I think that in 2019, I was convinced that the second semifinal was going to be like much weaker than the first one, but actually it was super entertaining and I really enjoyed it. But but anyway, I can imagine that maybe like one song, skates by, and then in the grand final they end up with 0 points. But yeah, we'll see. I'm still pretty much betting on Italy this year. Sorry. Okay, can we finally get the results, please? Yeah, one more thing I wanted to mention. So the opening was pretty cool. Not necessarily the opening video that was very cheesy. I didn't enjoy it that much, but I thought that the singing by Yulia Sanina is her name. Yes, Yulia Sanina. Uh, Super cool. I thought that was a super cool song, very cool performance. Rock, so my kind of thing. And she has a really cool outfit too. Definitely, she has the best outfit out of all of the presenters. Okay, they're going to be announcing them soon. What I wanted to mention also, is it Hannah Waddington, the other presenter? I did check their names. Jesus. Waddingham. Yeah, so Hannah Waddingham, she has a nice dress. Now, Alicia Dixon, though, seriously, who picked that outfit for her? I mean, the huge bow looks stupid, but like that's okay. That's a question of personal taste. Okay, so let's leave that. But to choose to, I'm of the opinion that you can pair any colors together and you can make it work. It's just a question of how you do it. And here I think it doesn't work. Bright red with bright pink. Not a good color combination. And on top of that, bright red and bright pink usually look terrible on camera. Okay, they started. Croatia got the first one right. Good. Yes. Yeah, but I was just saying, bright red and bright pink tend to get oversaturated on camera. So you're losing any kind of dimension that you have to the outfit. So really, designers, you need to think about what looks good on camera. It's your job, damn it. Okay, let's focus. Moldova! Yeah! Woo! I mean, I believed in them, but I was just like, still, I was a little bit afraid. But no, come on. It was great. It was great. Oh my God. I can imagine the stress right now. Oh, for the artists. Switzerland! He deserved it. He deserved it. I mean, I wrote it down here, like slash. So I know for sure that one of these other countries is not qualifying, and I'm thinking Serbia, but we'll see. Finland, of course, yeah. I'm not even cheering, even though I love it, because I was just so certain that they're going to qualify. It was like the most obvious, literally. Like, it was more obvious than Sweden. So, what are we talking about? Okay. Czechia. Woo! Okay. So the first four on my list already ticked. I hope they don't leave like Sweden for last, because that's going to be anticlimactic. I think that they should probably announce it somewhere in the middle. Otherwise, there's no point in waiting for the last one, because it was, okay, it's Sweden. Yeah, Azerbaijan, no, I don't think so. Israel, yeah, of course. I don't love it, but it was obvious. It was obvious they were going to qualify naturally, yes. That thing is so stupid, isn't it? Anyway, they tried to make it a thing. It's not going to be a thing, okay? Stop trying to make unicorn happen. It's not going to happen. Noah. Okay, let's see. Come on, just say Sweden so we can get it over with. Portugal, yay! Okay, so Sweden is my last certain, 100% certain qualifier. So if we get that, yes. Yes. Hi, I got that, by the way. All right, let's see. Of course. Okay, so those are like my 7 sure qualifiers, and we have Switzerland. That was my like option. So it was my mistake to bank on Malta or Serbia. But we'll see. I think Norway will still qualify, even though she was massively off key for a huge part of the song. And I have to say, like, for instance, when it comes to Czechia, you could see that sometimes the vocalist would not do so great, but she would correct herself in the next line. Serbia, okay, they made it. Okay, so I'm guessing Malta doesn't make it. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I mean, when it comes to Serbia, like I said, he really needs to work on those vocals because it wasn't good. But yeah, gość przypomina mi Jana. Yeah, absolutely. Like he does definitely have Jan vibe to him for sure. Okay, the last one I think is gonna be Norway. Yeah, I think so. But even though, like, you know, like she did good in the choruses, which is what's the most important thing, you know, like no one's gonna remember the verses. Yeah, Norway. Okay, I got one wrong, which was Malta. I'm so sorry. Like, I was really thinking that saxophone is gonna save you guys, but what can I do? Still, it's 9 out of 10. So that's still a good grade. So yeah. Well. I'm pretty satisfied with this, honestly. I was a bit more worried about this first semifinal because, like, all the cooler songs were grouped in this first one. The second one, I think, is less exciting, but for that reason, I mean, it's less exciting in terms of like the songs are maybe not as great, but I think it could be even more exciting because it's going to be less predictable. At least, I think so. So anyway, you know, even the Switzerland, I would say, like, I almost got it right. You know. And I said that the Netherlands were not going to make it in. They didn't. So I'm I'm happy about that. And what else? Ireland, unfortunately, yeah. But again, I was thinking Latvia, you know, it just wasn't strong enough, I think. Although they did give a solid performance. So, you know, I think that they have nothing to be ashamed of. Azerbaijan, yeah, no, I didn't think that it was strong enough, and I was right. And what else didn't qualify? Well, Malta. I'm so sorry for you guys, Malta. I thought that you were cool. For all it's worth, you know. Okay, well, that's it for today. What about Blanca? Blanca is in the second semifinal, so you have to wait until Thursday. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me, those of you who did. And of course, you can rewatch it later, you know, so for all it's worth. Okay, and I'll see you on Thursday. Okay, so for now, good night. Have a good night's sleep, and see you next time. Bye.